As we celebrate Earth Day, several green projects across one Bay Area county face an uncertain future after a major grant from the Environmental Protection Agency was suspended. Good evening, I'm Claudine Wong. It is Earth Day, and as many focus on the environment, people are also focused on the politics that impact environmental policy. The Trump administration issuing a statement applauding the president's actions to expand logging and ending the use of paper straws, as well as opening up federal lands for oil, gas, and mineral extraction. Critics, however, call those same policies anti-environment, also noting his removal of the U.S. from the Paris Climate Accord, his expansion of mining and coal, his removal of climate change references from public websites, and his rollback of dozens of regulations from the Environmental Protection Agency. Now, President Trump has also cut back on EPA grants, which has impacted millions of funding for one county in the East Bay. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama joins us live from Richmond tonight with more on that part of our story. Jana?
Claudine, Contra Costa County had put together a grant proposal that was actually awarded to them earlier this year, and it was going to fund things like this. They already had started construction to build a center here at this farm and a community nonprofit. But as you can see right now, it's only partly done. They said that when they got word that the grant from the EPA had been canceled by the Trump administration, it came as a shock. On Earth Day, there was sunshine and the smell of fresh dirt at the Urban Tilth Farm in North Richmond. And next to the rows of fresh vegetables for the community, construction was underway on the foundation of what is supposed to be a new community health center.
The Community Resiliency Center essentially is designed to provide 4 days of care and shelter. We have an HVAC system. It's all solar powered.
Adam Boisvert with the nonprofit Urban Tilth says Contra Costa County's $19.1 million EPA grant has been canceled by the Trump administration. The county was awarded the grant in January, but then the EPA website showed it as suspended in March with no notice.
We were never officially notified by the EPA that the grant was canceled.
Now, congressional representatives John Garamendi and Mark DeSaulnier have sent a letter to the EPA's director. The county had 3 other project partners, including one to add shade trees and gardening for students at Verde Elementary School, and another to convert public housing into livable, green, affordable homes.
There is now a court decision which has basically ruled that these grants across the country, and there's over 100 of them, were illegally canceled.
Even though it's legally dubious, it has an enormous practical effect.
UC Berkeley environmental law professor Dan Farber says the EPA grants are just one of many changes the Trump administration is making to reverse decades of environmental regulations and policies. On Sunday, the EPA director announced 280 EPA employees will be laid off this summer.
The administrator of EPA was talking about, 30–40% cuts in EPA staff.
The White House put out an Earth Day statement saying it's reforming the EPA, cutting down on wind farms, expanding natural gas drilling, and making other changes. Farber says while changing laws is difficult and slow, the administration has been moving quickly to roll back a wide range of regulations by adding a 1 to 5 year expiration clause.
It's an enormous challenge for the environmental movement because so many things are being, attacked all at the same time.
And the North Richmond Coalition says that right now, along with the efforts by the local congressional representatives, Contra Costa County is considering legal action. Reporting from Richmond, Jana Katsuyama, KTVU, Fox 2 News. Back to you.
And Jana, is there a timeline for what they're thinking about how this will impact these projects and when they might have a next step?
Well, I asked about this project here. They're actually expected to have the foundation finished by this summer. So we are just months away. And if they don't get that money, there's only so long that this will be good. There are other projects that are in the works, which really have deadlines coming up by this year to try and get things going. And one note, Claudine, with the tariffs, that's also increasing the costs of all of these projects. So they're really hoping that there can be some resolution soon.
Yeah, it's very impactful. Okay, Jana Katsuyama, thanks so much for that report.